Greetings, I'm Dr. Sean Reed, author of the Dating Toolbox, available on Amazon.com. If you like what you see and hear today, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Okay, so today I want to talk about five guaranteed ways to keep your wife in love with you. We all know the terrible statistics around marriage, right? 50% end in divorce. 70% of the time it's the woman filing divorce. That number is actually higher with what is known as the girl boss. Women with college degrees, with high-powered career. My wife is a girl boss. And so with girl bosses, the divorce rate is 80% of the time the woman's filing divorce. So the idea here is marriage is a bad deal, right? Another study showed that 74% of men who were married are unhappy. They're in sexless, loveless, passionless marriage, and they're unhappy. So that is why you see so many YouTube videos and so many guys saying marriage isn't worth it. It can be, guys, if you know how to manage a marriage, if you know how to keep your wife in love with you, all right? So the first thing you must understand, so I'm going to talk about five guaranteed ways, to keep your wife in love with you. We're going to go through each of these in this video. The first one you must understand is that women need variety. They crave variety. Remember that song, Love Roller Coaster? Women thrive when their emotions go up and down. I know as guys, we think this is crazy. Why be up one day and down the other? But that's just the way it is with women. Remember, the female mind is different. The female mind is process-oriented. The male mind is problem-solution-oriented. So what happens is, a guy gets married, he'll date someone, he'll find a good woman, he'll date her, he'll romance her, he'll marry her. Then your typical guy thinks, I'm going to move on to another task. No, it doesn't work like that. Marriages need constant management. You have to constantly keep her in love. I'm telling you, though, if you do this, it's well worth it, and it gets easier over time. So, first of all, number one, women need variety. So how do we give this variety? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a typical week and tell you what I do. An old, fairly ugly guy married to a much younger, beautiful girl boss. How do I keep this creature in love with me? Let's just go through the days of the week and I'll tell you a little bit about what I do. Okay, so Monday, day one, I listen when she comes home from work. Often I'm working here at home and I usually head out to the gym about the time my wife gets home from work. But she comes home from work and I listen to her talk about her day. Okay, guys, and I just listen. I don't go into problem-solving mode. I just listen. Remember, the female mind is process-oriented, so the way women come to their decisions is they talk about it, they go through the process. And the typical man wants to jump through and go into problem-solution mode. Women hate that. Don't do that. So when she comes home on Monday, and it doesn't have to necessarily be Monday, but whenever you can, listen to her talk about her day. Don't jump in. Don't go into problem-solution mode. Just listen, nod your head, and let her work through that process, and she'll love you for it. So I do that, let's say on Monday. Tuesday, she comes home, and it's going to be, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Tuesday, I'm going to give her passion. So Tuesday, she comes home, and immediately, before a word is said, I put my arms around her and I kiss her. And now this is different. I'm not just trying to have sex here, guys. That's the key. A lot of guys go from 0 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour trying to have sex, and that's a big mistake, okay? I kiss her passionately. Kiss her, guys, the way you used to kiss her when you were dating her after 2 months, the way you used to kiss her on your honeymoon. Women thrive off that kind of passion, so I'll kiss her passionately. Usually this leads to second base, third base. Very often this results in sex. Again, we're not pursuing sex, we're pursuing the passion, but very often sex results. So that's Tuesday. So Monday I listen to her, talk about her day. Tuesday I give her passion. Wednesday is going to be different. On Wednesday, I'm going to give her some humor. So she comes home from work, and of course, she knows that I met her at the door on Tuesday and started kissing her. So my wife, the first thing she's going to say when I meet her at the door is, "I'm busy. We're not having sex again today." And so what I'll do is I'll get very serious. I'll look her in the eye and I'll say, "Honey, I need you to sit down for a second. I have something I have to tell you." And then I'll say, "I'm busy today. I don't have time to have sex with you. I'm really sorry." And trust me, my wife finds this hilarious, finds the fact that I don't want to have sex with her to be amusing. So I've got her laughing on Tuesday, okay? And so then again, I'm off to the gym. All right, so on Wednesday, I changed things. That was Wednesday, excuse me. Tuesday, Monday, I listen to her day. Tuesday, I give her passion. Wednesday, I give her humor. Now, what do I give her on Thursday? On Thursday, I give her the gift of missing me, or this could be Friday. This is how this works. A lot of guys make the mistake of over-calling, over-texting their wife, especially when they're at work. So your wife's a girl boss, she's doing 12-hour days at work. A lot of guys make the mistake of calling, checking up on her. And what that does, guys, is it shows insecurity. The best thing to do is nothing at all. I don't call my wife at work unless I absolutely have to, unless it's something critical with my son or something that has to be done. I don't call her at work. I don't text her. I give her the gift of missing me, okay? And there's some other examples where I do this. For a while, my son's 17. He's entered his senior year into high school. So for a while, my wife's big thing was to do these mini vacations every weekend. So on Saturday, she would take my son and go visit a college. And basically, the purpose of this wasn't really to visit the college. The purpose of this was my wife was taking a vacation. She wanted to go to Austin or Dallas or wherever it may be. And the reality is she was going on vacation without me. Okay, so my initial gut reaction was, "Hey, why are you taking vacations without me? I want to go." Don't show this guy. Don't show that weakness. Don't show that neediness. Don't show that clinginess. I wouldn't do anything. So my wife goes on these vacations. She leaves Friday. I'm not going to see her again till Sunday. I don't call her. I don't call her. I don't bug her. And what I do, to be quite frank, is I go out to the clubs with my best friend, Walter. And there are a few places I like to go to hear music or to go dancing. They're a bit of an older crowd. You have women in their 40s, around 50. So I will go out dancing and I will go with my friend Walter, who my wife considers to be a pickup artist, and quite frankly, he is. So when my wife ditches me on the weekend, I don't say a word. I don't complain. What I do is my best friend and I go out to the clubs and go dancing and listen to music. What this does is it sends the message to my wife, okay, if you don't want to be around me, then probably someone else will. And she gets infuriated because she knows Walter's often picking up on some girl at the club, and girls have friends. And so she doesn't like me involved in that situation. I never cheat on my wife, but I most certainly will go out to the club and dance with other women. So again, I give my wife the gift of missing me. I don't show any neediness on my part. And that sends a message to her that if she wants to go on vacation without me, I am probably going to find other people to hang out with. Okay, so if you don't want me, other people will. All right, so guys, so these are just some examples of ways to introduce variety, to introduce excitement into your marriage. Do these 5 things, guys, and your wife will love you for it.